The Bible tells us that God chose Abraham to become the father of many children. God said to Abraham, "All the people on earth will be blessed through you." One evening, God took Abraham outside and said, "Look at the heavens and count the stars." Abraham looked up, pointed his fingers and began counting, but his neck started to hurt. He rested his neck and looked up again to count, and then he stopped. "Lord, there are too many to count. And by the way, why am I counting?" Abraham asked. He looked up again and squinted to see if he could see them all. Then he gave up counting. The Lord said to him, "Remember, I promised you that you will become a great nation. Your children will be as many as the number of the stars above and the sand below." Abraham was in awe and he asked God again, "Please do not think I don't trust you, Lord, but how can I have so many children? My wife and I do not even have one child, and we are already very old." He was right for being curious. You see, Abraham and his wife Sarah were so old, everyone would agree that it would be next to impossible to have any children. But of course, nothing is impossible for God, and Abraham believed that what God said would one day come true. God answered Abraham saying, "Because you have faith and because you love me, by my power I will make it happen. Abraham, you will have a son." After he heard this, Abraham told his wife Sarah about it, but she said, "Are you serious, Abraham? Did you forget that I am old?" Then she laughed. God heard her and said, "Nothing is impossible for me because I am God. Next year when I return, you will have a son." Sarah waited patiently for many, many months. Finally, the following year, at the appointed time, just as God said, she gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. She was so happy. She told everyone, "God has brought me so much laughter. He gave me the miracle of a baby." Abraham realized that this was the beginning of God's promise. He would become the father of many nations. God would continue his everlasting promise to Abraham through his new son, whom he called Isaac.